Hello, welcome again to another day of classes. Today we're going to be continuing with the Interchange 5th edition level 1, the red book, and starting with the unit 14, okay? The unit 14 part A. Let's start as always with the language summary, with the grammar. Oh my god, with the vocabulary. So let's jump right in. Today we're going to be talking about geography. Geography is the science that studies the all of the things related to the surface of Earth, like all of the places that we can find in our planet. Okay? So we have the Earth or the world. The planet Earth, this is the name for this planet, our planet. And for us, this is the world. Okay? We have a beach. This is a beach. In Dominican Republic, we have a lot of beautiful beaches. And we have a canal that is a portion of water that is connecting to other portion of waters. That is like a channel. This is a canal. A continent. A continent is a big mass of land in the planet Earth. And we have actually 5 continents. We have North America and South America. All of this is America, the American country. Then we have Africa. Then we have Europe. We have Asia. And then we have Australia. Don't get confused. This is not SIDS. It's because North and South America is just one America. Okay? And then we have Europe, Asia, Africa, and Australia. We have the desert. Not to be confused, as I said on the previous video, with dessert. Dessert is the one that you eat, and the desert is this, that is really hot. We have a camel here, and we have a lot of sand. An island. An island is a portion of land surrounded by water. For example, Dominican Republic is an island. A hill. This is a hill. It's like it's kind of like a mountain, but not so big. And it's usually not, it doesn't have any kind of like trees or something. It's like an elevated mass of land. We have a forest. That is a place that has a lot of trees. For example, you can also say that this is a forest. Right here we have a lot of trees, but this is specifically, this portion of water is a lake. And lake is the opposite of an island. If an island is a portion of land surrounded by water, a lake is a portion of water surrounded by a land. Okay? Very good. You can have lakes in an island, like we have here. Like Enriquillo Lake, for example. A mountain. A mountain is a big portion of elevator, like high height of land, basically. Like this is something that goes kilometers going up. Okay, it's like a hill on asteroids. We have the ocean. That it's what our planet is most composed of. We are 70% water, and then the rest is land, or I think it was like this. But well, ocean is a lot of water together. Okay, and it's what connects all of the continents. Yeah, let's continue. We have the river. A river is like a channel of water that connects to the ocean, basically. So it's like if this lake connected to the ocean around here, then this can be called a river. And usually lakes are more circular, but the rivers are long. It's like they go from here. It's not just like a circle of water or something like that, but something like it's a line. Okay. We have a valley. A valley is the land between two mountains or between mountains. These are the mountains here, and this place here is a valley. We have a volcano, that it's a mountain that can be erupting with lava and stuff. This is a volcano. Okay, you know what is a volcano, but the pronunciation is volcano. Waterfalls or falls in a short way. It's when there is a river or there is a portion of water that goes through a cliff in a mountain. So this water falling, water that falls. So it's called a waterfall. Yes, English is stupid sometimes with their names, but it's simple and it's good. So where the water falls, it's called waterfall. Very good. Let's continue. We have distance. Distance is the portion of, like, how to define the distance? Distance is the amount of space from one point to the other. Okay, so the distance between here and here, you can give a measurement. A measurement is a way to call or to say distance or amount or all of different things. For examples, we can use inches or yards or centimeters to measure the distance. Distance from here to here, we can say that it's, I don't know, 5 centimeters, something like that, or 2 inches, something like that. But measurements is not only for distance. Measurements are for distance, for amounts, for height, for weight, for a lot of different things. Okay? We can have yards, inches, tablespoons, cup, pint, quart, gallons, ounce, pounds, and this is all of the imperial system. This is not the metric system, because in the metric systems we have centimeters, meters, and we have liters, milliliters, and all of that. Okay, we have degree in the way of temperature. We have degrees Celsius and degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, at 100% degrees, 100%, at 100 degrees Celsius, the water boils, and at 0 degrees Celsius, the water freezes. But Fahrenheit is a bit different, and at 212 then degrees Fahrenheit is that the water boils, and at 32 degrees Fahrenheit is that the water freezes. That's why usually it's better to use the metric system, because it's more consistent. You know that 100 boils, 0 freeze. You can think of it really easy. But with 32, 212, it's kind of weird. And the same with meters and kilometers. The square kilometers is the distance that we have from both the x-axis, like on horizontal, and vertical. That makes a square kilometer or a square meter. Okay, 1 square meter is 1 meter in the horizontal way and in the vertical way. We're even having math now. Okay, let's continue. We have a pound, and 1 kilogram is equivalent to 2.2, all of those numbers, pounds. And a square mile is the same as 1.6, all of those numbers, kilometers. Or 1 kilometer is 0.62137 miles. This is the conversion between imperial system and metric system. Okay, let's continue. This is what I was talking about. The US measurement system and the units of measurement that we have in the metric or imperial. Centimeter, meter, kilometer, inch, foot, yard. You can take your time to look at all of this, because if I go over all of this, that will be taking a lot of time. And there is a lot of information that you can look on the internet for this, okay? So if you want, you can stop the video, check a bit, or look for it on the internet. But for now, we're gonna continue. Some other words. You have an airport, an airport where you go to different countries. You get there, you take on a plane, and that's it. An auction. An auction is the place where you want to buy something, and they usually start selling it in a small price. Let's say they're auctioning an iPhone 10 for, I don't know, 1,000 pesos. Then what people have to do is to give offers, okay? So, for example, this number 182, it says like, oh, I will give $1,500, and they say, no, I will give $2,000, $3,000, and it's like, this person is giving 35, 35, 35, 35, you can give me more, you can give me more. and all of that. That is an action. We have a feather. This is a feather. This is what birds are covered with. Something fine. Check out the new way our customers are going to rate our service. Okay, great, good, okay, lousy, or fine. The word fine is the F-bomb of customer service. Well, maybe this can be a little bit confusing. Fine is something just enough. It is like, it's not bad, but it's not good either. It's fine, you're okay. It's not good, it's not bad, it's fine, okay? The planet. These are the planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And Uranus has a lot of things because of the name, and also like some people start saying that it's not a planet, but then it is, and then it's not. For me, it's a planet. Either way, I'm never going to go there, I suppose. Okay, we have pollution. In this case, air pollution. It's the contamination of the air. We have population. It's all the inhabitants of a particular place. The population of the planet Earth is 7+ billion human beings. That is a lot of people. In the Dominican Republic, we have 11+ million people of Dominicans. Okay. We have a tower. This is a tower. It's a really tall building. And we're gonna be seeing some adjectives. We have something that is clean. Clean is the opposite of dirty. If you see, here there's nothing like dirty or something that looks bad. It's all clean and perfect. It is clean. Okay? We have cold. That it's when it's winter. It makes you freeze. This is cold. Ice cream is cold. Crowded. Crowded, as we saw before in another video, it's when we have a lot of people in a specific place, a small place. Okay, deep, something deep. For example, this ocean, look at how deep this person is going, but it's still going and going. Okay, deep is like going down, 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 down on the earth or on the sea. Dry, it's when there is no water, and wet is when it's water over something. We have far. You can look it from far away. It's like if you want to go there, you need to walk a lot. And near, that it's close, that you don't need to walk a lot to get there. We have high and low. High means a lot and low means few. In this case, we can have high resolution, so we can see everything. And here we can have low resolution, that it's not so good. It's a few resolution only. We have hot. If you touch it, it burns. It's the opposite of cold. We have something pure. Pure is not mixed or adulterated with any other substance or material. Pure is that there is only, for example, if we say pure gold, that gold doesn't have any other kind of metal of any way. It's just perfect and pure gold. Strict, demanding that rules concerning behavior are obeyed and observed. Someone strict is someone that needs that every rule must be followed. You need to do this and you can only do this. Okay, that is strict. Some teachers are strict, for example, or sometimes our parents are strict. Let's see some verbs, some actions. To exist. To exist is to be alive. What's the opposite of exist? Die, depart, cease, discontinue, go, leave, stop, expire, perish, pass away. All of these are opposites of exist. And to exist is to be alive. Respect, to respect someone. A feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. Okay? To get up to. To get up to is to go up to a place. To get down to, in this case, we are talking about temperature. Get up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit or get down to 0 degrees Celsius, for example, or 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, We're going to come back here when we get to the grammar part. It's going to be comparatives and superlatives. It's going to be quite interesting and really used. But for that, we're going to first see things on the book for today. Okay, so starting with the unit 14, the name of this unit it's called it's the coldest city. Okay, and it's quite interesting, the name, because we're already using the grammar for today. It's the coldest. You know cold, but what happens with coldest? We're gonna be seeing that today. And on this class, we're gonna be describing and comparing different places in the world. Comparations, interesting. Okay, to start, we will have this word power, places around the world. You're gonna match the words from the list to the letters in the picture, then compare with a partner. Well, we have no partner, so there's not gonna be that option. So you have all of these different letters in all of these different places in this picture, and you need to put the correct letter on the number that is the thing. Okay, for example, what is the beach? Oh, the beach is here, is this, is I. Okay, so take your time, and when you finish, we're gonna check the answers. You finish? Let's check. Well, the beach, as I said, is I. The desert, it's E, right here. The forest is F, it's here. The hill is D, right here. The island is L, that it's this. Or is that I? Well, it's L for me. No, it's L. Yeah, it's L. The lake, it's H, that is this, because it's surrounded by land. The mountain, it's A, that it's this. The ocean, it's I. Now the ocean, it's I. What? Beach and ocean, both of them are I? Well, yes, you can say that, because here we have the beach, and here this starts to be the ocean, okay? And the next one, we have the river, that it's C, the river, it's right here, you know? It's like a trail. It's not the same as a lake that is used as a specific pound of water here, but it's something that goes and gets to the ocean, okay? Then we have the valley. The valley is B here. It's a land between two mountains. Then we have a volcano right here, K. And the last one is the waterfall, that it's G. Very good. Now, let's continue. Here we're gonna have another conversation, well, the first conversation for this video, and it's called I Love Quizzes. And it's here there are two people, Steve and Claire, that are gonna talk about some quizzes. And let's see which ones are the questions. And after listening to the questions and the answers of Steve, you're gonna listen to how many questions did Steve get right, okay? So listen to both parts and check which questions Steve got right, okay? Very good. Let's listen.
Unit 14. It's the coldest city. Page 93. Exercise 2. Conversation. I love quizzes. Part A. Listen and practice.
This is one of the best airline magazines I've ever read. Oh, look, a quiz. Our world. How much do you know?
Oh, I love quizzes. Ask me the questions.
Sure. First question. Which country is larger, Mexico or Australia?
I know. Australia is larger than Mexico.
Okay, next. What's the longest river in the world?
That's easy. It's the Amazon.
All right. Here's a hard one. Which country is more crowded, Malta or England?
I'm not sure. I think Malta is more crowded.
Really? Okay, one more. Which city is the most expensive, Hong Kong, London, or Paris?
Oh, that's easy. Paris is the most expensive.
Page 93. Exercise 2. Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. How many questions did Steve get right?
So let's see how you did on this quiz. The first question, which is larger, Mexico or Australia? You said,
Australia.
and you're right. Both are large, but Australia is larger. Next, what's the longest river in the world? You said the Nile. Sorry, that's wrong. It's the Amazon.
Oh, of course. I knew that.
This next question I didn't know. Malta is more crowded than England.
So I got it right? I remember hearing that Malta is the most crowded country in Europe.
And finally, you said that Paris is the most expensive city.
Yeah. And it is, right?
Sorry, Steve. Actually, Hong Kong is the most expensive of the three.
Really? Wow. I guess I didn't do so well. 2 right, but 2 wrong.
No, come on. You did okay.
Okay, very good. Did you get the answers? Okay, let's check. How many questions did Steve get right? He got 2 questions right. Okay, very good, very good. Now let's go right away to the grammar focus of today. So we're gonna be talking about the comparisons with adjectives. As we were seeing here and listening in this conversation, these people were comparing different things, like when we say, which country is larger, Mexico or Australia? Okay, so here it's a comparison between Mexico and Australia. And we're going to be talking about that. We compare things. One of the ways to compare things is by using adjectives, okay? And we have the normal adjective, the comparative, and the superlative. How do you make each one of these? Well, it's before getting there, I have some material as always to continue seeing this. And as I was saying, we have the way that it's the normal adjective, short, the comparative way of the comparative is shorter, and the superlative, that is the shortest. Something to notice is that every time that you talk about the superlative, it's necessary. You always use the. And usually, after using a comparative, we use then if you're mentioning the thing right next to it. For example, if we say here, which country is larger, Australia or Mexico? Australia is larger than Mexico. So we're mentioning the thing, so we need to use then. And for the superlative, we always use the. It's always necessary. Which country is the largest in the world? Russia is the largest. Which is more crowded, Malta or England? Malta is the most crowded, or Malta is more crowded than England. Since we're mentioning the thing right away, we use than. Okay, very good. But let's come back to here. Okay, the comparative adjective is used to compare a quality of 2 people or 2 things. It's like seeing a specific thing about a person or a thing, and then you compare this with the other. And the superlative adjective is used to compare a quality of a person or thing with everyone in their group. Okay, so you can say, for example, that here, for example, Malta is more crowded than England. It's comparing Malta with England. But if we say Malta is the most crowded country in Europe, it means that of all of the countries in Europe, then Malta is the most crowded. The comparative is one with the other, and the superlative is one with all of the rest of the group, okay? Because you can specify the group, or you can just say everything in existence. For example, if I would say I'm the best teacher in the world, I would be comparing myself with all of the other teachers that exist in the whole planet Earth. And that would be a lie. And that would be an awful lie. So it's just an example, okay? Now, let's see. There is a specific way to make each one of these, the comparative and the superlative. And with one syllable adjectives ending in E, the way to do it is used to put the comparative with putting an R and the superlative using an ST. Close, closer, closest. Huge, huger, hugest, the hugest. Large, larger, largest, the largest. Strange, stranger, strangest, the strangest, and so on. With one syllable, by the way, this is one syllable. Close, huge, large, strange. It's not strange or strange or wise. No, it's just wise, strange, large, huge, close. It's just one syllable. With one syllable adjectives ending in a consonant with a single vowel preceding it, so before it, then we do it like this. We put another consonant and then ER or EST, okay? So if you notice this, here it's ending in a consonant and before that letter there is a vowel, okay? Big, vowel, consonant. So we put another consonant, bigger, and then ER and another consonant or EST. Big, bigger, biggest. Fat, fatter, fattest. Red, redder, reddest. Sad, sadder, saddest. Thin, thinner, thinnest. Okay? Very good. If it's a one syllable adjective ending in Y, then you just change it to IEST. Okay? And in some cases, you can choose as leave the Y and just add ER or EST. Dry, drier, driest. Spry, spryer, spryer, or spryest. Okay? Rye, ryer, or ryest. With one syllable adjectives, with some other cases, because always there are some exceptions, we have, for example, like fast, faster, fastest. Great, greater, greatest. Quick, quicker, quickest. Okay, very good. Now we have the two syllables ones. The two syllable and adjectives ending in E, it's basically the same. Just add R or ES or ST. Fickle, fickler, ficklest. Handsome, handsomer, handsomest. And this is two syllables, remember? Fickle, fickle, handsome, handsome. Even if it's a long word, it's still two syllables. Handsome, handsome. Polite, polite. Bumpy, heavy, icy, shiny, tiny. Okay? Polite, politer, politest. Handsome, handsomer, handsomest. With two syllable adjectives ending in Y, then it's the same. Just change the Y for I, then ER, or YEST. Bumpy, bumpier, bumpiest. Heavy, heavier, heaviest. Icy, icier, iciest. So on and so forth. For the two syllable adjectives ending in LE or OW, like able, gentle, hollow, narrow, shallow, or simple, we just need to add R or ER depending on the situation. If it ends in LE, then you have an E, so you just put an R or ST if it's the superlative. If it's in O, you just need to add ER or EST. Okay? Able, abler, ablest. Gentle, gentler, gentlest. Hollow, hollower, hollowest. Narrow, narrower, narrowest. Very good. And some on two or more syllables adjectives with other cases. Okay, if there is two syllables adjectives with some specific cases, if they are like really long, we usually have the word more and two or more. Okay, sorry, I got confused. If it's two or more, like 3, 4, 5, 6 syllables, if there is words like that, then you need to use more and most before the adjective. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's 3 syllables, so we just say more beautiful or most beautiful. Colorful, colorful, colorful. More colorful, most colorful. Complete, complete. In this case, it's a specific case with 2 syllables. More complete, most complete. Delicious, delicious. More delicious, most delicious. Very good. And some irregular and confusing adjectives. These ones are good to remember them. They have no specific rule because they are irregular, and it's good to remember. For bad is bad, worse, worst. For good is good, better, best. Okay? You cannot say the gooder one. That would be incorrect. It's the better one. Or this one's the best. That's what when I say the example with me being the best teacher, that is not the case. Okay. And then we have bad, worst, worst. Far for place is farther or farthest. And far for also for place and for time is further. For far, further, and furthest. Or far, farther, and farthest. Late for time is later and latest, but it is a late for order is later and last. For little for size is little or littlest, and for amount is less and least. For many, much, and some, it's the same with more and most. For old people or things, we can say older or oldest, but if you want to use it specifically for people, is elder or eldest. Okay, very good. I know it can be a bit confusing, but it's something really important to know. Okay, it's really used in the language. So now we see this and it's really easy. Long, longer, longest. The longest. Remember, always the superlative use the. And when it's 3 or more, and some cases with 2 syllables, we need to use more and the most. Okay? Very good. Now, let's complete this small exercise real quick. You're going to complete questions 1 to 4 with comparatives and questions 5 to 8 with superlatives. Okay? So 1 to 4 with comparatives and 5 to 8 with superlatives. Take your time, and when you finish, continue with the video. Okay? So you finish. Let's check. Okay, which country is smaller, Monaco or Vatican City? Which waterfall is higher, Niagara Falls or Victoria Falls? Which city is more crowded, Hong Kong or Cairo? Which lake is larger, Lake Michigan or Lake Baikal? Which is the highest Mount Aconcagua or Mount Everest or Mount Fuji? What is the longest river in the Americas? The Mississippi, the Colorado, or the Amazon? It's the Amazon. Which city is the most expensive? It's London, Tokyo, or Moscow. What is the deepest ocean in the world? It is the Pacific, actually it's the Pacific, the Atlantic, or the Arctic. Okay? Very good. Very good. Okay? Now, let's continue to one of the last things for the day, and it's pronunciation. It's really important to take the pronunciation in consideration, okay? And this pronunciation is called questions of choice. Listen and practice. Notice how the intonation in questions of choice drops, then rises, and then drops again. It's like how do they change the pronunciation every time that they mention something, okay? So let's listen, and then we're gonna practice.
Page 94, Exercise 4, Pronunciation. Questions of Choice, Part A. Listen and practice. Notice how the intonation in questions of choice drops, then rises, and then drops again.
Which city is more crowded, Hong Kong or Cairo?
Which city is the most expensive, London, Tokyo, or Moscow?
Okay, did you notice? Every time that you mention something in a list, it usually goes like up, down, up, down, up, down. So if you have a longer list, then you will be doing the same, okay? So for example, which city is more crowded, Hong Kong or Cairo? Which city is the most expensive, London, Tokyo, or Moscow? It's like all of the ones in the list going up, and with the last one you go down, okay? Some other examples, like which desert is bigger, the Gobi or the Atacama? Which city is higher, Bogota or La Paz? Which ocean is the smallest? The Arctic, the Indian, or the Atlantic? Which mountains are the highest? The Andes, the Rockies, or the Himalayas? Okay, that is how you do it. Very good, very good. Now let's go for the last thing for today, that it's a listening. Listen to 3 people on a TV quiz show, then check the correct answers, okay? It's gonna be kind of interesting for you too. So let's listen and complete with the correct answers.
Page 94. Exercise 6. Listening. Quiz show. Listen to 3 people on a TV quiz show. Check the correct answers.
Our contestants this evening are Joshua, Rachel, and Andrew. And now, contestants, let's get right to our first question. Question number 1. Which is the oldest? The Statue of Liberty, the Eiffel Tower, or the Panama Canal? Joshua?
I think the Statue of Liberty is the oldest. I'm pretty sure they built the Eiffel Tower and the Panama Canal later.
That's correct. Question number 2. What is the tallest waterfall in the world? Is it Niagara Falls, Angel Falls, or Victoria Falls? Rachel.
Angel Falls is the highest. It's over 1,000 meters high.
That's right. Question number 3. Which is the heaviest? A pound of gold, a pound of butter, or a pound of feathers? Andrew?
They all weigh the same.
Yes! Question number 4. Which of the world's oceans is the smallest? The Southern Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, or the Indian Ocean? Nobody knows? Does anybody want to guess? Joshua.
The Indian Ocean is the smallest.
No, sorry.
Oh, shoot!
Andrew.
The Arctic Ocean is the smallest.
Correct! Question number 5. Which city has the largest population? Seoul, Sao Paulo, or Mexico City? Rachel.
Sao Paulo has the largest population.
Very good. Question number 6. Which continent is the driest? Meaning, which gets the least rain? Africa, Antarctica, or Australia? Rachel.
Antarctica is the driest of the 3.
That's right. Okay, contestants, the winner is...
Okay, very good. Now, if you need to listen again, just go back in the video, but I think that you got all of the answers correct, okay? Let's check. Well, the first one is the Statue of Liberty. Number 2 is Angel Falls. Number 3 now, it's they all weigh the same. Number 4, it's the Arctic Ocean. Number 5 is Sao Paulo. And number 6 is Antarctica. Okay, very good. I hope that you liked this class. It was kind of long, but it was really interesting and we saw a lot of stuff. And for the next class, we're going to be talking about how to describe temperatures, distances, and measurements. Okay, that's going to be for the next class. So I hope that you like this class and see you on the next time. Bye.